Don't let society decide your potential. Believe your potential. Too many people live in the shadows of other people's expectations. Too many measure their worth by someone else's ruler. And yet, your potential is not a societal guideline. It is a personal horizon waiting for you to explore. Society will tell you what's possible. Society will tell you what's safe. Society will tell you what you should aim for. But society will never know the strength that lives inside you. You must rise above. See yourself beyond the limitations. Dream beyond the labels. Act beyond the rules. Because here's the truth. Your life is not about fitting in. It's about standing out. It's not about living someone else's story. It's about writing your own. And every day you wake up, you have a choice. Will you live under the weight of other people's expectations? Or will you embrace your potential and move forward with bold action? Your potential is waiting. Your belief is the key. Your actions are the bridge. Don't let society decide your limits. Decide your own. Let me tell you something. Society is full of rules, full of expectations, full of limits. Not all limits are wrong. Some keep us safe. Some guide us. But many are only walls we accept without thinking. Think about it. How often do we hear, "That's impossible. You'll never make it in that field. Stick to what you know." And we nod. We believe it. We let it shape our lives. Society teaches you to fit in, to follow the path, to stay small. It's comfortable, safe, convenient. But safe rarely leads to extraordinary. Convenient rarely produces greatness. Here's a truth. Society is not your judge. Society doesn't hold your dreams. Society cannot feel your fire. Your potential is bigger than the walls others build around you. Your potential doesn't fit into someone else's mold. Your potential won't be measured by someone else's timeline. I remember the story of a young man. Everyone told him, "You can't start a business at your age. You don't have experience." He listened at first. He hesitated. But then he realized they were not his limits. They were theirs. He took action anyway. He learned as he went. He grew as he acted. And in the end, he succeeded far beyond what anyone expected. That's the difference. Those who follow society's limits live average lives. Those who recognize society's limits and act anyway live remarkable lives. Let me make it clear. This is not about ignoring rules. It's about knowing which rules serve you and which rules only hold you back. Look around you. Observe the people who achieve great things. Chances are they didn't wait for permission. They didn't follow the crowd. They ignored the naysayers. They recognized society's limits and chose to go beyond them. Here's the key lesson. Society will always have opinions. Society will always define what's normal. Society will always say, "You can't." But you decide what's possible. Your mind decides. Your belief decides. Your action decides. Ask yourself, whose limits are you living under? Whose expectations are you carrying? And more importantly, whose life are you living? Because until you recognize society's limits, you will let them shape your destiny. Until you see them for what they are, you will remain inside a box that isn't yours. And here's the truth. The moment you recognize the limits, you gain freedom, you gain clarity, you gain power. Power to think bigger, power to act boldly, power to create a life that's yours, not someone else's. So, today, start seeing society's limits for what they are. Guidelines, not commandments. Opinions, not facts. Walls, not prisons. Your potential is on the other side. Your dreams are on the other side. Your extraordinary life waits on the other side. Recognize society's limits and step through. Let me ask you something. Who is responsible for your life? Who decides your success? Who controls your growth? Some people will say, "It's the economy." Some will say, "It's my boss." Some will say, "Society never gave me a chance." And that's exactly the trap. Blaming others feels safe. It feels justified, but it's a trap. A trap that steals your power. Here's the truth. Your potential is yours alone. No one else can grow it for you. No one else can take it for you. No one else can decide how far it reaches. It's yours. All yours. I remember a young woman. She wanted to be an entrepreneur. Her family said, "You're too young. You don't know enough. Wait until things are easier." She listened at first. She doubted herself. But then she realized something important. If she waited for permission, she would wait forever. If she blamed others, she would never start. If she let society define her potential, she would never see what she was truly capable of. So she took responsibility. She educated herself. She practiced daily. She failed. She learned. She tried again. And eventually, she created success that no one could have predicted. That's the lesson. Success favors those who take full responsibility. Your abilities, your actions, your decisions are yours to manage. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming others. Stop blaming society. It's tempting, isn't it, to say, "I can't because of that," or "They won't support me, so I'll wait." But every second spent blaming is a second wasted. Every moment spent pointing fingers is a moment you could be building your life. Here's what you must do. Accept your potential as your responsibility. Own it. Protect it. Grow it. Your potential isn't waiting for society's approval. It isn't waiting for perfect conditions. It isn't waiting for someone to hand it to you. It's waiting for you to step up, waiting for you to decide, "I will grow. I will act. I will succeed." Remember, nobody will do it for you. Nobody will carry your dreams. Nobody will take responsibility for your future. That's both the challenge and the freedom. The challenge is that it's all on you. The freedom is that it's all on you. Your potential is yours. Your growth is yours. Your success is yours. And when you finally accept that truth, you become unstoppable. Because once you stop blaming, once you stop waiting, once you take full responsibility, you stop being a passenger in your life. You become the driver. You control the direction. You set the pace. Your potential is limitless. Your actions are the fuel. Your decisions are the steering wheel. Take full responsibility. Own your life. Create your future. And never forget, the moment you accept responsibility, you gain the power to become everything you were meant to be. Let me tell you something. Most people live life on autopilot. They follow rules written by others. They chase goals that aren't truly theirs. And they measure success with someone else's yardstick. But here's the truth. Your life is yours. Your potential is yours. Your standards must be yours. Society will try to tell you what's possible. It will say, "This is good enough, this is safe, this is normal." And most people listen. They adjust their dreams downward. They shrink their potential. But you don't have to follow that path. I once met a man in his 30s who worked at a steady, predictable job. Society called it success. His friends envied his stability. But inside, he felt a tug, a calling he couldn't ignore. He wanted more. He wanted freedom. He wanted growth. One evening, he decided something simple but powerful. I'm not going to let society define what I'm capable of. I will define my own standards. He started small. He set goals no one else could see. He studied what inspired him. He practiced every day. He embraced challenges that scared him. Society didn't cheer him on. Friends questioned him. Family doubted him. But he kept going. And here's what happened. By living according to his own standards, he unlocked potential he didn't know existed. He became stronger, wiser, and more confident. He created a life that was uniquely his, a life that no one else could measure or replicate. That's the lesson. Living your potential requires courage. It requires you to break free from the invisible rules that society imposes. It requires a clear understanding of who you are and what you want. Here's a simple test. Ask yourself, whose approval are you chasing? If the answer is anyone but yourself, you're living someone else's life. You're letting society decide your limits. You're shrinking your potential. To live your potential, you must do 3 things. 1, define your own standards. What does success mean to you? Not your parents, not your friends, not the media. You. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Make it real. 2. Measure yourself by your own progress. Stop comparing. Stop envying. Stop trying to keep up. Your journey is unique. Your growth is personal. Your standards are the only ones that matter. 3. Take action every day toward those standards. It's not enough to dream. It's not enough to think positively. You must act. Small steps, repeated consistently, lead to massive results. Consider this. A tree grows in its own rhythm. It doesn't compare itself to the oak next door. It stretches toward the sun in its own time. Its potential is measured by its own growth, not the forest around it. Your life works the same way. If you let society set your goals, you may reach them, but you won't reach your true potential. If you live by your own standards, you become unstoppable. I want you to understand something crucial. Living your potential doesn't mean rejecting society entirely. It doesn't mean ignoring rules or responsibilities. It means choosing which rules to follow. It means creating a framework where your life reflects your values, your abilities, and your ambitions. Here's a practical step. Start each day asking yourself, am I living by my own standards, or am I trying to please someone else? If the answer points outward, adjust, refocus, reset your intentions. Your potential is like a muscle. If you let others dictate how you use it, it weakens. If you take charge, it grows stronger. If you define your own standards, it flourishes. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. Your inner voice knows your true capabilities. It knows the life you can create. It knows the impact you are meant to have. By living according to your own standards, you not only reach your potential, you exceed it. You inspire others. You leave a legacy that society cannot erase. So, take control. Set your standards. Live deliberately. Let society's limitations guide no one but themselves. Because the moment you stop letting others decide your potential, you unlock a freedom few ever experience. You step into a life that's authentic, powerful, and entirely yours. And that is the ultimate reward. Let me tell you something. When you decide to live by your own standards, the world will notice. Not always in applause. Sometimes in resistance. Sometimes in doubt. There will be pressure. Pressure from friends who don't understand. Pressure from family who fear your choices. Pressure from society that wants you to fit the mold. And here's the truth. Pressure is not a sign you're doing something wrong. Pressure is a sign you are doing something right. I remember a young woman I once met. She had a vision. She wanted to start her own business. Not because it was easy. Not because it guaranteed security. But because it fulfilled her purpose. Her friends said, "It's too risky." Her family said, "Stick with a steady job." Society whispered, "Who do you think you are?" She faced enormous pressure to conform. She could have quit. She could have listened to all the advice and settled. But she didn't. Why? She guarded her vision. She reminded herself daily why it mattered. She kept her eyes on her standards, not the opinions of others. And slowly, step by step, she moved forward. Every small action, every daily commitment, built momentum. Every criticism she ignored strengthened her resilience. Every moment she resisted pressure reinforced her confidence. And eventually, not just in business, but in living life her way, she proved that guarding your vision is the bridge between potential and reality. Here's the life lesson. The world will test you. It will challenge your choices. It will pressure you to conform. And if you are not careful, that pressure will pull you away from your own standards. So how do you guard your vision? 1. Define it clearly. If you don't know exactly what you want, any pressure can sway you. Write down your vision. Speak it aloud. Commit to it publicly if necessary. Clarity is your shield. 2. Revisit your why daily. Why are you pursuing this path? Why do these standards matter to you? Your why becomes your anchor. When the world pushes, your why pulls you back to center. 3. Surround yourself with reinforcement, not noise. You cannot control everyone. You cannot prevent doubt from appearing, but you can choose who you listen to. Seek mentors, peers, and allies who support your vision. Let their guidance fuel you. not confuse you. 4. Take consistent action. Pressure works like water. It wears away the stone if you let it. Consistency is your defense. Every small step you take toward your vision fortifies it. Every day you act builds a wall that no external force can easily break. 5. Accept temporary discomfort. Guarding your vision isn't easy. It requires patience, persistence, and sometimes loneliness. But discomfort is the price of freedom. Temporary resistance today leads to permanent fulfillment tomorrow. Think about a diamond. Pressure creates value. Without the weight, without the heat, it remains just carbon. But through the pressure, it transforms into brilliance. Your life works the same way. Pressure doesn't mean you are failing. It means your potential is crystallizing. It means your vision is taking shape. Now, here's a critical insight. Guarding your vision is not about being stubborn. It's about being intentional. It's about choosing alignment over approval. It's about refusing to let someone else write your story. So next time the world doubts you, next time a friend criticizes your ambition, next time society whispers, stay small, stay safe. Remember, that's exactly the moment to guard your vision fiercely. That's exactly the moment to act with integrity and focus. That's exactly the moment your standards matter most. Because when you guard your vision, you create a life no one else can define. You protect your potential. You honor your purpose. You become unstoppable. And that is the power of staying true amid pressure. Let me tell you something. Life doesn't hand out medals for trying. It doesn't reward excuses. It rewards action. It rewards courage. It rewards those who choose to honor their potential. When you take responsibility for your life, guard your vision, and refuse to let society define your limits, you set the stage for something remarkable. Think about it. What does it feel like to live according to someone else's standards? To live by rules that don't fit your soul? There's a hollow emptiness there, a quiet dissatisfaction that whispers every day. There is more, but you are settling. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine waking up each morning knowing that you are living by your own rules. That every choice, every action, every thought aligns with your potential. That no one else gets to write your story. That you are fully in charge of the life you are building. That is the reward. I remember a man I met once. He had spent years working a job that wasn't his calling. He followed a path everyone said was safe. But deep inside, he felt unfulfilled. He realized one day he had been letting society decide his potential. So he took a bold step. He started a business in a field he was passionate about. The beginning was tough. Critics were loud. Doubt crept in. Fear knocked on his door daily. But he remembered his why. He honored his potential. He refused to let the expectations of others dictate his choices. And over time, he found success. Not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, and personally. He became the man he was meant to be. Here's the life lesson. Living true to your potential is the ultimate reward. It's not fame. It's not money. It's the quiet confidence that you are fulfilling your purpose. It's the satisfaction of knowing you didn't waste your gifts. It's the freedom to live without regret. So how do you claim this reward? 1. Keep your standards high. Your potential is a treasure. Treat it as such. Refuse shortcuts that compromise your values or vision. Your standards are your compass. They guide you toward fulfillment. 2. Embrace accountability. Your life is your responsibility. No one else can do the work for you. When you own your decisions, you unlock your potential. When you stop blaming, you start creating. 3. Persist through discomfort. The path to potential is not always easy. Pressure, resistance, and setbacks will come. They are not signs to quit, they are signs to grow. Every challenge you overcome strengthens your character and your capabilities. 4. Celebrate progress, not perfection. You don't become your full potential overnight. Small wins matter. Every step forward is proof that you are moving in the right direction. Acknowledging progress keeps your motivation alive. 5. Share your growth. Your potential isn't just for you. When you live fully, you inspire others. Your courage creates ripples. Your discipline sets an example. Your vision lights the way for those who are still finding theirs. Let me share a simple truth. The greatest regret in life is not failure, it's settling. It's looking back and realizing you lived someone else's version of your life. It's knowing you had the ability, the talent, the vision. Don't let that happen. Your potential is too valuable. Your time is too short. Your life is too important. When you honor your potential, something magical happens. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop chasing approval. You stop doubting. You start living with clarity, confidence, and purpose. And the world notices. People see your dedication. They see your results. They respect your commitment. Opportunities that once seemed distant now come into view because you are fully engaged in your own life. Here's a reflection. Living true to your potential doesn't mean you'll never fail. It means you are unafraid to try. It means you rise after each fall. It means you measure success not by external validation, but by internal fulfillment. In the end, the reward isn't something you chase, it's something you become. It's the peace of mind that comes with knowing you did your best. It's the satisfaction of looking back and saying, I lived my life fully. I honored my gifts. I embraced my potential. So today, decide. Will you let society define your limits, or will you define your own? Will you settle for comfort, or will you embrace growth? Will you follow the crowd, or will you follow your calling? Because the reward is waiting, not for the timid, not for the doubtful, but for the courageous, for those who act with purpose, for those who guard their vision, for those who refuse to let anyone else dictate their potential. Live true to yourself. Honor your gifts. Step into your potential. And the reward is everything. So here's the truth. Life will always try to tell you who you are. It will hand you labels. It will offer limits. It will whisper doubts. Society will say, this is enough. Don't go further. But your potential doesn't listen to society. It listens to you. Every day you have a choice to step into your life, fully aware of your gifts, to honor the abilities you were given, to take responsibility for your growth. It's not easy. The world will challenge you. It will try to pull you back into comfort. It will offer excuses and distractions. That's why courage matters. Discipline matters. Consistency matters. You must decide. Will you let others define your path, or will you define it yourself? Will you settle, or will you rise? Remember this. Your potential is yours alone. No one can take it. No one can give it away, and no one can stop you if you claim it. Start small. Take one action today that your future self will thank you for. Protect your vision. Build habits that serve your growth. Think big, but act now. Because here's the simple truth. Life rewards those who act. It rewards the committed. It rewards the persistent. It rewards those who refuse to settle for someone else's idea of enough. When you live true to yourself, you become unstoppable. You inspire. You influence. You transform not only your life, but the lives of those around you. So don't wait for permission. Don't wait for society to tell you it's your time. Create your opportunities. Step into your potential. Live your life boldly. The reward is waiting. It is freedom. It is fulfillment. It is the satisfaction of knowing you became everything you were capable of becoming. Your life is yours. Your potential is yours. Your choice is yours. Take it. Own it. Live it. And remember, the only limits that exist are the ones you accept. Refuse to accept them. Rise above and live a life true to your potential.